Hello everyone, I'm Harshavardhini. I'm going to talk about the film Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures 2016 is a biographical drama film based on true events that took place at NASA during the 1960s, the time when the United States were competing with the Soviet Union in the space race. The movie focuses on the untold story of three brilliant African women mathematicians who played a key role in NASA's success but were largely ignored due to the racial and gender discrimination. The story is set at Virginia, where segregation laws were still in practice. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Wagon, and Mary Jackson were in NASA's West Area Computing Division. Despite being highly skilled, they were teased as second class employees. Katherine Johnson is assigned to be the Space Task Group, where her calculations are essential for the astronaut John Glenn's orbital mission. Her mathematical accuracy directly impacts the safety and success of the mission. Dorothy Wagon foresees the arrival of the computers and prepares herself and her team by learning programming, ensuring their survival in changing workplace. Mary Johnson dreams of becoming an engineer, but she must fight unfair laws and attend night classes to achieve a goal. Overall, Hidden Figures is not just a space movie, it is a powerful story about intelligence, courage, teamwork, and fighting injustice. It highlights how these women broke barriers and helped change history, their determination and brilliance.
Hello, sir. This is Kern Patricia. Now I'll be explaining about the characters and their personality in Hidden Figures. So in this movie, there are three main characters. All three are African American women. So the first one is Katherine Johnson. So this woman, she is a mathematical prodigy. With her main Crow would be she has very good problem solving skills. She's a calm and focused woman, so she's very much confident about her abilities and her strength. And so this can be proved by when she was having a problem in her workplace. When she was facing discrimination, she handled it in such a manner, like she did not argue in anger, rather she proved through her abilities, her skills, that she's qualified for the job. And just because of her identity, her gender, she cannot be um, limited of her abilities of or like showing or proving her strength. The second one is Dorothy Vaughan. She is a practical and a visionary leader, so she's not limited with attaining short-term goals. Rather, she is she has the vision to achieve long-term goals. So this is a personality that is very much needed by a leader. So she unofficially leads her team even before being recognized as the supervisor. Dorothy is a intelligent, patient, and a forward-thinking woman. So she understands that technology is keep on evolving, keep on changing, and we have to like the employees in the workplace have to learn computer programming. Her leadership ensures job security for her entire team. So this is also another, because she thinks about her team, and so she is very much qualified to become a leader. The third and final main character would be Mary Jackson. So this person, she is a very bold and ambitious person. She is fearless when it comes to mm, arguments or any disagreements. So she openly questions if there is any injustice happening in the workplace, and if anyone tries to limit her, um, like by discriminating that she is a African American woman, or because of her skin of color or gender, she questions the injustice on, like, right on. So Mary's courage helped her become the first African American female engineer in NASA. Um, so these are the three main characters in the movie, Hidden Figures, and all three women, they represent intelligence, leadership, and courage. And despite having different personalities and like different versions of themselves, they still prove that by coming together, like they can succeed something. So this was the reason, they were the reason for NASA's success at that time.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be explaining the themes and central message of the movie Hidden Figures. So, the movie explores several deep and meaningful themes that go beyond space science. So, it reflects real social issues such as racism, gender discrimination, perseverance, education, and equality. So, which were common during the 1960s and still exist in different forms today. One of the strongest themes in Hidden Figures is racial equality. The movie is set during a period when racial segregation laws were strictly followed in the United States. African Americans were forced to separate schools, buses, restrooms, and even workplace. So, in the movie, despite working for NASA, one of the most advanced scientific organizations, African American employees are treated differently. They are placed in separate department and denied equal respects. This clearly shows the intelligence and talent were ignored because of race. The film strongly conveys the racism limits progress not just for individual but for society as a whole. By highlighting these injustices, the movie questions why brilliant minds were hidden simply because of skin color. So, another major theme is gender equality. During the 1960s, so women were rarely encouraged to work in science, engineering, or leadership roles. In the film, women were often expected to remain silent, follow orders, and stay in low level positions. However, the movie breaks this stereotype by showing women who are exceptionally talented and capable. They prove that intelligence, logic, and leadership are not defined by gender. Through their success, the movie sends a strong message that women deserves equal opportunity like men and recognition in professional fields. Next, perseverance is a recurring theme through the determination of the film. The characters face constant rejection, discrimination, and obstacles, yet they do not give up. Instead of reacting with anger, they choose to work harder, improve themselves, and push forward. So, the movie teaches us that the persistence is key to success, even when the system is unfair. So, another important theme is education and lifelong learning. The movie shows how learning new skills can change lives as technology evolves. Those who adapt and educate themselves continue to grow. So, learning should never stop. Knowledge gives powers and confidence and independence. So, the overall message of Hidden Figures is clear and powerful. Talent has no color, no gender, and no social background. When people are judged based on their abilities rather than extraordinary achievements become possible, the movie emphasizes the equality is not just for morally right, it is essential for progress. So, in the conclusion, Hidden Figure is not just a movie about the space mission, it's a movie about human potential, fairness, and courage. It encourages society to remove discrimination and recognize hidden talent. So, thank you.
So today I would like to speak on the life lesson we can learn from the inspiring movie Hidden Figures. So this film is not just about space, rockets, or NASA. So it's about people, ordinary individuals who achieved extraordinary things through hard work, courage, and beliefs in themselves. Then the movie tells the true story of three African American women: Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, who worked at NASA during 1960s. So at the same time, when the discrimination was considered normal, these women proved that talent has no color and intelligence has no gender. Then, the first and most important lesson the movie teaches us is that knowledge is power, the main thing. That Katherine Johnson faces discrimination every day, yet she never let it stop her from doing her work. Her mathematical skills are so strong that even the most senior citizens depend on depend on her calculations. Then this teaches us that when we master our skills, no barrier can stop us for long. The main thing that I have learned from this. Then another powerful lesson is self-belief. So Catherine walks into rooms where she is not welcomed, but she never doubts her abilities. Noted that she is where she is not welcomed, but she never doubt her abilities. Even when others question her presence, she lets her work speak for her. So this reminds us that confidence is not about shouting; it is about trusting ourselves silently and strongly. Then this movie also teaches the importance of continuous learning, so that understand that the future belongs to technology. So instead of fearing computers, she learns programming and helps her entire team grow with her. So this lesson is very relevant today. In a fast changing world, learning new skills is the key to survival and success. Then one of the most inspiring lessons come from Mary Jackson was she knows as the power of courage. The main thing is she shows us the power of courage. Then when unfair laws stop her from becoming an engineering, she does not give up. So she challenges the system respectfully and legally. So Mary teaches us that progress requires bravery and the willingness to stand up for what is right. Then the another important lesson is teamwork. So the women support each other emotionally and professionally. So they celebrate each other's success and lift one another during difficult times. Then the movie reminds us that success is greater and more meaningful when achieved together. Then the next is hidden figures also highlights that the importance of equality. So main thing I have noticed in this movie that hidden figures uh, highlights the importance of equality. So here the NASA achieves success only when it start valuing talent over prejudice. Then this teaches us that discrimination does not just hurt individuals, it slows down the process for everyone. So equality is not kindness, it is a necessity. So I'm repeating again, equality is not kindness, it's a necessity. So then this movie also teaches how to respond to challenges. That how to respond to challenges. So Catherine remains calm and dignified even when she is treated unfairly. That her behavior earns respect over time. So this shows us that patience and professionalism can be powerful weapons. I'm repeating again that this shows that patience and professionalism can be powerful weapons. So finally, the movie gives us hope. It teaches us that our background does not define our future. No matter when we come from, what matters is our determination, effort, and beliefs in ourselves. So to conclude that Hidden Figures is a movie that inspires us to dream big, work hard, and keep learning. So never let discrimination or fear stop us. The main thing I have noticed in this movie, and it reminds us that hidden talent, when given a chance, and can change history. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about some of the disagreements about the movie Hidden Figures. Even though Hidden Figures is a very inspiring and motivating movie, it also has some criticisms and disagreements. One important criticism is that the movie changes and exaggerates some real events to make the story more dramatic and emotional. For example, certain scenes about racial segregations and workplace rules were added to create a strong message. But these events did not happen exactly the same way in real life. So, because of the movie, may give the idea that serious problems like racism were solved quickly and easily, which was not true in the real life. So, in reality, discriminations was deeply rooted and took many years to change. Another criticism is that the movie sometimes shows white authority figures as the main reason for improvement instead of fully highlighting how the black women themselves fought continuously for respect and equality. This kind of storytelling can reduce the importance of women's own strength, intelligence, and determinations. The film also presents racism in a softer way, where some characters suddenly become supportive, but in real life, people did not change their attitude so easily. So many viewers also feel that the emotional struggles of the main characters were not shown deeply enough, especially the stress, fear, and pressure they experience while working in a place where they were treated differently because of their race and gender. In addition, although the movie shows racial discriminations clearly, it gives less attention to gender discrimination. Even though these women worked in a male dominated field where women were often ignored or underestimated. And another disagreement is that the movie follows a typical Hollywood style with a happy and hopeful ending, which makes the story enjoyable but may hide how slow and painful social change actually was. And furthermore, the movie places more emphasis on racial discriminations than gender discrimination, even though the woman faced significant sexism in a male dominated scientific field. Lastly, the film follows a feel good Hollywood narrative with a neat and uplifting ending, which, while encouraging for audiences, may reduces the seriousness of the systematic barriers these women faced. And some critics also point out that while the main characters are inspiring, their personal and professional struggles are not explored in great depth, and the emotional toll of discrimination uh, is underdependent. Additionally, the film presents racism in a relatively soft and simplified manner, with conflict being resolved quickly and attitudes changed easily, which does not fully reflect the harsh realities of the 1960s. And so, overall, this Hidden Figure is an important and inspiring film. These criticisms suggest that it prioritizes storytelling and emotional appeal over complete historical accuracy. And while Hidden Figure successfully brings attention to the contributions of three brilliant women who were ignored in history, these criticisms remind us that the movie focused more on storytelling and inspirations than on showing the full reality of the struggles they faced. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Kushmita, and I will be concluding the presentation with my opinion on the movie Hidden Figures and its overall impact. In my opinion, Hidden Figures is a powerful and deeply meaningful film because it brings to light an important chapter of history that was overlooked for decades. The movie succeeds in combining emotional storytelling with real historical achievement, making complex scientific success accessible and inspiring to general audiences. The performances by Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe are especially compelling as they portray intelligence, resilience, and dignity with great authenticity. Their portrayals help humanize scientific work and ensure that viewers emotionally connect with the struggles and triumphs of the characters rather than seeing them only as a historical figures. What makes the film stand out is how it connects personal struggles with national progress. While NASA races to achieve a breakthrough in space exploration, these women are simultaneously fighting for recognition, respect, and equal opportunities on earth. This parallel shows that social progress and scientific progress often go hand in hand. The movie effectively reminds viewers that behind every great achievement are individuals with contributors deserve acknowledgement by placing these stories within such a high stakes historical movement. The film shows that inclusion is not just morally right but also essential for innovation and success. The film is also highly educational. It introduces audiences to the realities of segregation in the United States during 1960s and shows how systematic barriers limited opportunities for talented people. Separate facilities, restricted access to education, and workplace discrimination are shown not only through statistics but through everyday experiences, making the injustice more relatable and impactful. At the same time, the movie avoids being over pessimistic by emphasizing determination, education, and solidarity as tools for change. This balance between hardship and hope makes the story emotionally powerful while leaving audiences motivated rather than discouraged. Another important aspect of this film is how it highlights the value of collaboration and ethical leadership within organizations. Certain supervisors begin to recognize that talent should be prioritized over prejudice, and small but meaningful actions contribute to larger cultural shifts within the workplace. This shows that institutional change is possible when individuals are willing to challenge unfair norms and support deserving colleagues. The film, therefore, communicates that progress does not rely solely on extraordinary individuals but also on allies who are willing to question unjust systems and act responsibly. The movie also speaks strongly to the modern world. Even today, discussions about diversity, equal opportunities, and representation remain relevant across industries such as science, technology, business, and education. Hidden Figures encourages viewers to reflect on whether talent is truly being recognized in their own environment and whether everyone is being given the same chance to succeed. In this way, the film goes beyond history and becomes a mirror for present day society, urging audiences to think critically about fairness and inclusion. For students and professionals, Hidden Figures sends an especially strong message, that is, learning new skills, adapting to change, and believing in one's abilities are crucial for success in a rapidly evolving world. Dorothy Vaughan's focus on preparing for technological change highlights the importance of lifelong learning. Catherine John's insistence on accuracy and excellence demonstrates professional integrity, and Mary Jackson's fight for educational access illustrate the power of persistence and legal reform. Together, these stories shows that success can take many forms but is always built on efforts, courage, and commitment. In conclusion, Hidden Figures is more than just a historical drama. It is a celebration of talent, perseverance. The movie encourages audience to question unfair systems, recognize hidden contributors, and strive for excellence regardless of obstacles. It leaves viewers with a strong sense of hope and responsibility, reminding us that true advancement comes when society values people for their abilities rather than their race or gender. Thank you for listening, sir.